Hello and welcome. You're watching NewsX with me, Devika Chopra. In a shocker, 7 people have died after a fake cardiologist allegedly treated them at a hospital in Madhya Pradesh's Damoh district. The incident has prompted the National Human Rights Commission to investigate the matter. According to a complaint lodged by a local resident with the NHRC, a person named Dr. N. John Camm had been treating patients at the Mission Hospital in Damoh. The complaint said that the person's real name is in fact Narendra Vikramaditya Yadav. He has been falsely claiming to be trained in London. Narendra Yadav misled the patients by using the name of a famous cardiologist from the United Kingdom, Professor John Camm. The cardiologist, or so-called cardiologist, joined the hospital in January 2025 and reportedly conducted at least a dozen surgeries before vanishing in February. The real Dr. John Camm had even warned about the impersonator on social media. Narendra Yadav also has an FIR registered against him in Telangana, which is currently under verification. The hospital where Narendra Yadav operated is covered by Ayushman Bharat scheme, raising concerns about the misuse of public funds. The hospital has now initiated an internal inquiry. Madhya Pradesh government has said that they have launched an operation to find out where this man, this fake doctor, has vanished. But 7 people have died so far after undergoing surgeries at the hands of this fraudulent doctor. What exactly are the systems that need to be brought in place? We will take that conversation forward. But I have with me on the broadcast right now Jyoti Rajak, one of the patients, or rather one of the victims who lost their life during the treatment in the Mission Hospital. Joining me at this point in time is her husband, Mr. Deepchand Rajak. दीपचंद जी, आपसे समझना चाहेंगे कि ज्योति जी को आपने एडमिट क्यों कराया था अस्पताल में?
उनको 2 झटके आए थे, चक्कर टाइप के आए थे, 2 झटके। तो सुबह हम लोग लेके गए, एडमिट किया 7-8 के बीच में।
तो ये अस्पताल आपको किसने रेकमेंड करा था?
वहाँ पर नर्स लोग थे और डॉक्टर नहीं था वहाँ पर, उन्होंने बताया डॉक्टर नहीं था, नर्स लोगों ने एडमिट किया था।
और देहांत के बाद अस्पताल ने आपको क्या बताया?
ने कुछ बताया नहीं, लापरवाही की है, मतलब हमारे मतलब ने उनको बाद में बताया कि जिनको अटैक के झटके रहे खत्म हो गए।
तो आपको कहीं कुछ लगा अस्पताल के प्रति? आपके मन में कोई शक उठा अस्पताल के प्रति या डॉक्टर्स के प्रति?
उस टाइम पर कोई गड़बड़ नहीं लगी है, मतलब यही गड़बड़ लगी कि मतलब भर्ती कर दिया तो ठीक हो गई, बाटल वाटल लगी। उसके बाद में बस ट्रीटमेंट होने लगा। तो रात में फिर रात की कहानी फिर दिन भर ठीक रही आई। उन्होंने कुछ बताया नहीं कि इनको काय के झटके हैं, कैसे का है, इसलिए हमने भर्ती कर दिया। वरना हम लोग यहाँ से बता देते कि इनको अटैक आया है, जो क्या है, और अपन दूसरी जगह दिखवा लेते।
और दीपचंद जी, क्योंकि कोई शक नहीं था तो इसका मतलब ये भी हुआ ना कि कोई पोस्टमार्टम भी नहीं हुआ होगा? फिर
पोस्टमार्टम कराया था, फिर सुबह बोला था कि पोस्टमार्टम करेंगे, लापरवाही है, डॉक्टर नहीं थे तो क्यों भर्ती किया, कृष्णा? बस हमने बोला कि पोस्टमार्टम करवा हुई है, इनको क्या दवाई ववाई कैसे इंजेक्शन लगाए, इनको इंजेक्शन लिख दिया हमने, लगाते रहे। 9 साढ़े 9 बजे रात में इंजेक्शन लगाया, पता नहीं काय का लगाया।
तो आपको कैसे पता चला कि ये एक फेक डॉक्टर थे जिन्होंने ऑपरेशन करा है?
ऑपरेशन नहीं होगा, फिर ऑपरेशन नहीं होगा सर। तो रात में वही झटका आया, फिर वो बच्चे लोग आते हैं, हम घर आ रहे थे, रात की कहानी बच्चे लोग जानते थे क्या हुआ। हम 9 बजे घर आ गए थे।
ऑपरेशन नहीं हुआ, झटका लगाया। अच्छा, तो कितने पैसे लिए गए थे आपसे एडमिशन के टाइम या जब कुछ भी जो छोटा मोटा इलाज हुआ है उसके?
ऑपरेशन नहीं हुआ उनका, कुछ नहीं हुआ। ऑपरेशन ऑपरेशन 10-12 हजार रुपया का खर्चा आया था दिन का वो।
तो दीपचंद जी, अब आपकी सरकार से क्या डिमांड है? सरकार को क्या कहना चाहेंगे?
अब ये है अपनी कि भाई इस पर निर्णय किया जाएगा, भाई हमको कुछ वो भरपाई हुई है तब क्या है।
ओके दीपचंद जी, बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया आपका हमारे साथ जुड़ने के लिए। Joining me on the broadcast is Padma Shri Dr. Sanjeev Bagai, also with me Dr. PSV Rao and Dr. Narendra Saini, a former Joint Secretary of the IMA with us. Let me begin this conversation with Dr. Sanjeev Bagai. Dr. Bagai, how shocking has it been for the medical community, this entire case coming to light? Yes, we have heard of quacks earlier as well, but are the guests with us? So can I go to the guests, please? All right, Dr. Bagai, if you can hear me. Dr. Bagai, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Yes, sir. So how shocking has it been for the medical community to read this sort of a case? Because like I said, we have heard of quacks in the past as well, but a man with an FIR posing as a cardiologist in Madhya Pradesh, and he's performed surgeries on people as well. It's completely bizarre, the facts of the case so far.
Good evening. First and foremost, not only on my behalf, but on behalf of the entire medical fraternity, as qualified medical practitioners in India, lend their sympathy and our empathy for the families who've lost their near and dear ones. This is ridiculous. This is bizarre. It is so absurd that words cannot explain. It's the worst crime against humanity. This is not an accident. This is a clear murder. And I think the particular person who's run away now, and I'm sure he'll be caught very soon, should be prosecuted on those same lines. Now, the issue really is at hand is that we have 12 to 14 lakh qualified medical practitioners. And we have about 10 lakh, that's a million quacks all over India. It's easy to identify those who come to the light like this, but there is a host of unqualified doctors as quacks, as fake doctors who are practicing in tier 2, tier 3 cities, smaller villages, and even in rural India, which are almost impossible to catch. Now, the issue really is that if in a hospital, which is a registered hospital, who's doing these kind of interventional cardiac surgeries or any other operative work, the doctor's license has to be checked by the appointment agency, which is the hospital administration. It's available on the website. They should have cross-checked. They should have validated. In Delhi itself, Delhi Medical Council, you have to register yourself every 5 years. They check the credentials, they check the degrees, they validate everything, and then you have a certificate which is valid for a given period of time. The hospital administration obviously has lapped. The law itself is extremely fluid. The law states that in case of a quack being caught, 2,000 rupees fine and up to 1 year of imprisonment if required. The stringent punishment must be meted out, the laws must be made stricter, and this amounts to real capital punishment. 7 innocent lives or thereabouts, many more may actually suffer and succumb, have lost at the hands of this person who's not even a doctor. He's impersonating someone, he is using a license which is not valid for him, he is operating or doing interventional procedures on patients. This is nothing short of a clear murder. Even if, let's say, for example, this particular person had an international degree, that person still has to re-register himself in the Indian medical fraternity under the state medical council. How is these kind of criminals floating around? It's baffling. Over to you.
Absolutely. Let me also bring in Dr. PSV Rao into the conversation. Dr. PSV Rao, I want to understand from your perspective as well. Even if the person has an international degree, as Dr. Bagai was pointing out, it does not seem as though this man really had any degrees or the wherewithal for him to even be joining the government hospital and then operating there for almost 2 months before fleeing and completely vanishing from the face of the earth. So how is it that the hospital authorities have been sitting on the matter for so long?
Good evening to you, to the panelists and to the viewers. My sympathies and with the people who have suffered in Damoh. I had a long conversation with a close friend of mine who is originally from Damoh and who has worked in a mission hospital there, not this one, but the mission hospital. See, these mission hospitals are run by, set up and run by churches, whereas this particular mission hospital is not run by a church. It is a mission hospital only in name. And it seems the people who are running it have quite a lot of funding from foreign sources, and some of the members of the family of the owner, it seems, have married some foreigners, and one of those relative foreigners had appointed this person. And it also turns out that it seems that this hospital doesn't check visiting doctors. There are quite a few doctors who come visiting, and their degrees are not checked according to them. So this person's degrees were also not checked. He came in the name of a famous British cardiologist, so he was obviously faking both his identity, and he obviously didn't provide any kind of degree to confirm, either foreign or Indian, to say that he was a qualified cardiologist. He has done not open operations. What he has done are catheter-based cardiac procedures, and these people have died. And as soon as one of them complained and the investigation was started, he disappeared. Because I fully agree with what Dr. Sanjeev Bagai has said. We have got innumerable, I don't know the exact number, if anyone actually knows the exact number, of people without any qualification running medical practices all over India. You have had cases in Delhi itself. I remember we had discussed one of those incidents in Delhi itself. So it is not only in the tier 2, tier 3 cities, it is there in the tier 1 or cities also. So as long as we have no legal reforms, people can do murder and walk off and be on bail forever. We need to sort out this problem because there is no fear of breaking the law. I mean, you can do whatever you want and still get away with it. And we are seeing so many incidents now because no one is afraid of the law. You can break the all these laws, the road, even the road accidents, people getting killed, people being raped, women being raped, all sorts of nonsense is going on. All sorts of major crimes are going on, and no one seems to fear the law. This is the whole problem. Yes, sir.
Absolutely. Let me also bring in Dr. Narendra Seni into the conversation. Dr. Narendra Seni, why is it then that there is no fear of the law in such a situation?
Dekhiye, why there is no fear? Because the law is not stringent. The implementation of law is bad. You know, so many murders happen in our country. Many get scot-free because then there is no fear for them. And for such kind of thing, there is no implementation of the law. There are so many quacks. For a registered doctor, there are problems. But for an unregistered person who is doing the who is giving medicines, there is no law for them. They just get scot-free. Delhi Medical Council, especially if I ask for Delhi or for any other council, they can do something. They can punish if I am doing some unlawful things as a registered practitioner. But for an unregistered practitioner, any council have no role. We have to lodge a complaint in police thana that this is doing unregistered doctor is there. So this is a kind of a law it is there. You have made medical council, but they are toothless. If the somebody who is not having a registered degree, we can't do anything on that. So implementation of the law is very important. And they also know if they go to any court, it will take years for to get that any punishment to happen. Many of them got scot-free. So the law is very, very important. The implementation of the law is important, and something stringent law has to happen. What they get? 2 months of punishment, 3 months of year. This should be any practitioner who is giving medicine, but he is not registered. It should be amounting to murder, because they are giving medicine which can cause harm. This fellow is doing a surgery. That is more than giving a medicine. So I will say a stringent law should be there, and moreover in India important is implementation of the law. Until that happen, I think program like this should go on air. Public knowledge is also important, public awareness, because unfortunately our public is also unaware about it. Is there any program for what is registered medical practitioner, what is unregistered medical practitioner? So registered medical practitioner, that is only through the council who are there, and who can do a surgery is also very important. As far as law is concerned, only allopathic doctors who know the system of surgery, they can only practice surgery. This thing should be made public awareness campaign, and the program like you, I think they should happen more, where just to create awareness, who is a doctor, who can write medicine, who can write allopathic doctors, who can write allopathic medicine, who can do surgery. These things should be come into public awareness. Only then we can do. Otherwise, you know, in India, somebody said, Dr. Bagai said 10 lakh. I will say 50 lakh people are doing quackery here. More than what is there, we have registered practitioners. But unfortunately, in India, nobody knows who is a registered medical practitioner. That kind of awareness is required, that whom you call. Some people just get XYZ registration from somewhere, and they call themselves a registered medical practitioner. But unfortunately, people have to know who should be called a registered medical practitioner. What is the role of a medical council? And medical council should be given more power, I'd say, that they should also be able to prosecute those who are not having a registered practitioner. They are not having a registered. They don't have any power. We blame most of the time, medical council is not doing anything. But I will say the law is not doing anything. Medical council do not have any truth on, they can't do anything on people who are not registered with medical council. So the law is to be needed. Our civil court, our criminal court has to be more, I think, proactive on this approach. Do not drag these cases for so long.
Okay. Also, I'm going to request all our guests to hold on for a second. I'm being told that we're also being joined on the broadcast by the grandson of Asaram Patel, one of the patients who got admitted in Madhya Pradesh's Mission Hospital. सर, आपसे समझना चाहेंगे कि क्यों एग्जैक्टली आपने इस अस्पताल को चुना था, क्या दिक्कत हो गई थी?
मेरा नाम कृष्णा पटेल है। मैं अपने दादाजी के इलाज के लिए मिशन हॉस्पिटल दमोह में गया था। सीने में दर्द हुआ था उनको।
तो ये अस्पताल आपको किसने रेकमेंड करा कि यहाँ जाइए?
रिकमेंड किसी ने नहीं किया था, बस दमोह में ज़्यादा स्वास्थ्य सेवाएं तो है नहीं वैसे। कार्डियो के लिए मिशन हॉस्पिटल ही है हमारे यहाँ।
और जब अस्पताल ने आपको एग्जैक्टली क्या बोला था आपके दादाजी के देहांत के बाद?
अस्पताल ने मुझे बताया कि इनको सीने में दर्द है, जिसके कारण अटैक की संभावना है। एंजियोग्राफी के उपरांत ही पता चलेगा। एंजियोग्राफी कराने के पश्चात पता चला कि इनको मेजर अटैक है, मल्टीपल ब्लॉकेज है।
अच्छा, तो आपको कुछ शक हुआ उस पे, अस्पताल पे या डॉक्टर्स पे जब एडमिशन हुई थी?
नहीं, कोई शक नहीं हुआ, बस डॉक्टर की जो भाषा शैली थी और जो बताने का तरीका था वो थोड़ा सा डिस्कस्टिंग था।
अच्छा कृष्ण जी, आपको कैसे पता चला कि ये एक फेक डॉक्टर थे जिन्होंने इलाज कराए आपके दादाजी का?
जो डॉक्टर साहब ने इलाज के दौरान उत्तर दिए वो असंतोषजनक थे, जिसके कारण मुझे शक हुआ, संदेह हुआ। इसके बाद मैंने पता किया, जो डॉक्टर जहाँ पहले पदस्थ थे मैं वहाँ गया, वहाँ से साक्ष्य इकट्ठे किए। फिर मैं जबलपुर आया, जबलपुर में कुछ साक्ष्य मिले जो उनके विरुद्ध थे। फिर दमोह आने के पश्चात मैंने इनको एक्सपोज किया।
और आपका कितना पैसा खर्च हो गया अस्पताल में?
यहाँ तो मैंने एंजियोग्राफी बस कराई थी मिशन हॉस्पिटल से, उसके पश्चात मैंने दादाजी को डिस्चार्ज करा लिया था, क्योंकि मुझे संदेह हो गया था कि ये डॉक्टर फेक है। उसके पश्चात मैं जबलपुर गया, जबलपुर में इलाज कराया।
तो कृष्णा जी, अब आपकी डिमांड क्या रहेगी गवर्नमेंट से, सरकार से क्या कहना चाहेंगे?
मेरी यही बात है सरकार से कि जैसे ये डॉक्टर छोटे डिस्ट्रिक्ट, छोटे अस्पतालों को टारगेट करता है और वहाँ पदस्थ होता है और लोगों के स्वास्थ्य के साथ खिलवाड़ करता है, तो जल्द से जल्द ऐसे डॉक्टर की गिरफ्तारी हो जिससे लोगों की जान का खतरा बच सके।
All right, Krishna ji, thank you so much for joining us on NewsX. With that, Dr. Sanjeev Bagay, should some action also be taken against the hospital at this point in time?
A couple of summary points. One is the onus of responsibility is also very clearly on the shoulders of the hospital administration. Make no doubt in it, make no mistake about it. Be it the medical superintendent or the dean or the CEO, whoever the person may be, the HR department has to validate a proper registration certificate before giving any appointment in any particular specialty or super specialty. These informations are readily available in state medical councils. It's not the state medical council's fault. It is purely the local administration which must be hauled up, including the hospital. Point number two, can you imagine we run full page ads on cars in newspapers to have registration and pollution? Can you imagine we are dealing with human lives and there is no public awareness campaigns that the doctors, it's for the general public as a public awareness, doctors must have their certification displayed. The letterhead must contain every detail including the license number. The validity of the license must be displayed. The specialty which the person is practicing must be displayed. The punitive punishment must be of such a nature that no person in future even dreams of doing this. This is not murder. This is well beyond murder. This is manslaughter. An unqualified person, tomorrow a carpenter may come and do these kind of things in a hospital. This is utter nonsense.
Absolutely. I leave the last word with Dr. PSV Rao. Dr. Rao, should any action be taken against the hospital?
Obviously. The main action has to be against the hospital, which has because the people there have trusted this hospital. The trust of the people has been misused by this hospital. They have have already, it seems, made a statement saying that we don't check the certificates or qualifications of a visiting doctor. That is terrible. I mean, what other words can I use for it? And so that means they are happily encouraging all kinds of quacks to come and take advantage of the fact that people are trusting them. And from what I found out through my friend who is a doctor from Damoh, is that these people are so rich because of foreign funding that they can, they are very, they have got very high political contacts, and they are saying no action will be taken against that. This is sad. This is exactly what I am saying. We need one, the police will not put up all the details of many of these people. They won't do a proper investigation. Then the court will take years together. and finally the court will say, oh, there was not enough evidence, and they will let loose. Meanwhile, even if he is caught, he will be on bail for some time, and then everyone would have forgotten, because by then we'll have another case like this, and any number of cases are going on. And like Dr. Narendra Saini said, these regulatory authorities have only power over people who are registered with them. They have no authority on the people who are not registered with them. Every time we have gone and complained about quacks, they have said, sorry, these quacks are not registered with us, so we have no power to do anything with them. You try to go and file a FIR against them, the police doesn't collect the evidence. These people either pay their way through or they use influence. It is very disgusting. It is very heartbreaking for us that we have to compete with these quacks. And the people who are supposed to take action against it, the police and the judiciary, most of the time do nothing. And you tell me that all the cases that we have discussed on NewsX for the last 1 year, tell me how many of them have anything has happened about that? They're all walking freely. No action has been taken. Any amount of public protest, nothing happens. After some time, it is all forgotten. It is very, very despondent, and we are very unhappy about it. And even the attacks on the doctors, nothing much is happening. Doctors are being attacked, and we are so often feeling helpless, especially in the ICUs, in the emergency department, and in the surgery department, where often these deaths occur, and then we are targeted. Our juniors are being targeted. Yes, Devika.
Absolutely. That's all the time that we have, and I thank all of our guests for joining us on the broadcast to take this conversation forward.